Hello, my name is John, and this is going to be my movie review for the movie Guyver Dark Hero. It's a 1994 release movie, and it was directed by prop maker and visual effects artist Steve Wang. Not to my surprise, when I mention the name Steve Wang to movie buffs, they never seem to know who it is that I'm talking about. But just to give you some info on the director, he has been involved in creating creature effects for such movies like The Evil Dead and Predator. And I do mean the first Evil Dead. Steve Wang has had a steady career as a prop maker, monster designer, and anything horror movie inspired pertaining to movie. And I have to say that his directorial work is not very impressive, but there are two films that he directed in the 90s that I did love a lot. Those movies were Guyver Dark Hero and Drive, a movie starring Mark Dacascos and that black dude from The Cosby Show. Well, I don't know if it was The Cosby Show. Who cares? Guyver Dark Hero is the sequel to The Guyver, a 1991 release movie that was directed by Steve Wang, and I shit you not, the other director's name was a guy named Screaming Mad George. That movie starred Mark Hamill and Vivian Wu. It was a piece of shit, and anybody that enjoyed it must have been out of pure love for cheesy 80 movie. Dark Hero was not as bad as the first one. It was cheap, straight to video movie, and it looked like it too. Just looking at the titles that they used, the effects, the bad acting. I always love watching cheap 90s movies. And I jumped at the chance to watch Guyver Dark Hero, and for the first time I got to see David Hayter. It's even cooler now to see this movie and see a young, fresh-faced David Hayter. I mean, he was sporting the 90s look pretty well. Who fucking tucks their shirts in? I mean, like a white t-shirt. Come on. He definitely was going for a Luke Perry style. Dumb white college bitches from the 90s let you have it if you look like Luke Perry. Oh, and for those that don't know who David Hayter is, he's the voice of Solid Snake. Besides that, other David Hayter accomplishments are, well, he wrote the two first Bryan Singer X-Men movies, and he wrote Zack Snyder's The Watchmen. Wow, that was a lot of explaining. So, sticking to the movie, Sean Barker has been prowling the streets of LA, and he has been killing off murderers, thieves, and any kind of lowlife that comes his way. So, Sean Barker is symbiotically bonded to this device called the Guyver, and when it comes on, it patches in organic battle armor on Sean Barker. It's a suit, but it's also like a life form too. Sean Barker can't control it, and at random moments the Guyver emerges and it goes out in this kind of hunt-kill scenario. This causes problems for him, and he breaks up with his Japanese girlfriend. Much like myself, when he draws, he leaves the TV on, and there was a news report about some archaeologist or paleontologist, I don't know, but he sees a news report about some nerds that found a cave and it had weird markings on the walls. So when Sean sees the markings and he compares them to the drawings of the images he's been having in his head, not much to his surprise, he finds Zoinoids there working at the dig site. Zoinoids are the bad guys. They are a secret society that work under the umbrella of a corporation called Kronos Corporation. The Zoinoids believe themselves to be descendants of an alien race that fell here on Earth. There's more to say, but that's enough to say for this movie. I don't want to spoil it. So Sean fights them in secret, and he starts to investigate why Kronos was there. There is not much of a plot here in the movie except to move the movie forward for a kung fu fight and monsters. The Guyver was originally an anime, and it was pretty exciting to see an anime movie be turned into a live action movie. And ask anybody that's a Japanophile who watches animes and ask them if they have seen live action versions of their favorite animes. Chances are they have seen live action movies and can also tell you at the same time that they were just fucking terrible. I can give you a list of shitty animated live action movies that people have made, but I can say that the Guyver Dark Hero is one of the better ones, and it wasn't even made in Japan. For a young kid like myself, I look to anime for violence. I can't say that I'm a gore glutton, but I felt the animes or mangas, they treated the same plots and character archetypes that I saw in Spider-Man comic books, but it was always more. Animes showed characters that had to sacrifice something.
You're killers.
And so are you.
No. It's the one that kills, not me.
Then let us help you. We can make it stop. What do you say? Friends?
The characters weren't propelled by destiny, and in the case of the Guyver, it was very fleshed out. The idea was that it was a hero, but he just wasn't a conventional hero. In the case of this movie, in the end of the movie, it reveals that what the Guyver really is. It's a cool hero concept, but it reveals that he's just not a good guy no matter who's wearing the Guyver unit or the Guyver costume. I love anti-hero stories like Lone Wolf and Cub or Frank Miller's Sin City. We were talking about characters that get in shitty situations and they use violence to get themselves out of that situation. So those are the reasons why I like this movie. And I guess the last reason would be is that the fact that it was aesthetically appealing for a kid, especially when I was 14 years old. I mean, they peanut buttered and jelly two things that young boys love, and that's monsters and kung fu. If you're a male and don't like it, then I say to you, stop calling yourself a male and demote yourself to hermaphrodite. Thank you for watching my review, and go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more videos and updates.